More. And the Carver Library. Because I don't have any money and I'm not interested in my apartment, I'm a victim of domestic abuse, genocide, rape, sexual harassment, and I'm laughing that I didn't go on behind the scenes to hear Gina Janali's work with a bunch of groupies. Possibly she's acquired to hate me, to tell me that I can't, that my husband doesn't need my services as if I'm an illegal prostitute. She doesn't know what being a woman and she doesn't know what it is to be a wife. She thinks it's wedding talker does that. She thinks that I'm just like a piece of trash that he'll fuck. Ew, 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 ew. She's disgusting. No, I don't have a relationship with him because he's a minority asqueroso. That isn't even a man. That's a separate conversation. She wants to belittle me. She steals from me. Stays in my home to buy my permission. Steals my vehicle. Steals my money. And then wants to insult me. She sees me as an illegal prostitute. And that he doesn't need me because she's enough for her. She doesn't want him to need anyone but her. So she wants to kill everyone. Literally. She's disgusting. They're disgusting too. That's why I've never had a relationship with them. But her behavior isn't of a woman. You can decapitate y ni las direcciones sexuales a una basura en la sociedad. You can decapitate without me as a sons that rape me. They steal my money and get in the way, marries my money. So I can date. So I can eat. So I can drink water. So that Genies and Naritas won't ever stop sucking their dick. They don't want her to be offended. Ew. No estoy con la basura en la sociedad. Ew. Obviously that their own type of one. So that's not a marriage, that's not even a buddy relationship. They're disgusting. They're just murderers. They're rapists together. So my parents arranged marriages for me with these leeches. That is based on my feelings, but I shut them off immediately. When I was 2, 3, I was 34, 9, 10. Every time that they show up to insult me, yeah, they're disgusting. I don't want them in my life. Yeah, that's really disgusting to have sex with people they take hostage. Ew, 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 ew. That has to be disgusting. This leash has been raping for more than 30 years. She's disgusting. She's disgusting. This leech has been raping for more than 30 years. They don't have sex. They're like animals. They also repeating every homework sentiment in their head. When you have a body like this, when nothing can separate us, Kaylani, okay? We're so in love with you. Nothing can separate us from you. Do they say that to Jane and Kaylani? Every Hallmark sentiment as they rape, steal, and murder for decades ago, they will repeat to themselves, trying to hype themselves up. Ew, 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 ew. They're disgusting. She can't be like us. Her dad mocks her. Did it for her own good, and she doesn't get it. Parents don't need to love their children for who they are if they're terrorists. Ew, 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 ew. O encajar en el teléfono. So tú me vas a dejar a mí. Problema straight to my heart de ella. Y él dice, sí, 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 sí. Y they make false promises and people ask for shit like that. Hell, hell, hell. Then they laugh. Someone les lo viola y le digan straight to my heart de ella y él diciéndome que sí. And those are sometimes like first cousins that I have. Either dead already. Ew, ew, ew. They ground. They glorify rape. They're so gross. Come on. You can accomplish many services and sons. That I think that's the only money that we really receiving. I say from 27 to 125. And the meantime, she's like getting there. They're like other kids. Ella come almuerzo para el desayuno, wow. He's a great nutritionist. Don't ask him. That's what they do. They stalk. They're snoopers. They're embarrassing. They think that they live with one and they can try to rape one. They don't like houses. You're on the street. People respect one and want to respect people. They want to be raping all the time. You can look up at Marina Lorenzo Savannah. You can make computation using the latest software downloads. You can computation on many software systems. Narrate meals no money you have no idea. Yeah. My sibling always trying to fix my hair, particularly now that she's trying to rake me. It's so gross. Eu terrorizes the child with me. Well, yo que le capté venía de Lorenzo Suedo. Siempre está diciendo a la gente que yo estoy pergeñada. They're embarrassing. You can pick up the TV how many sons that rape me, that's not my money, I don't know what you're money. They're trying to facilitate. I did a little bit of time. They're trying to facilitate my siblings raping me because they have sex with their parents and want to pretend that I need to go back to having sex with their parents so that I don't ever have sex with anyone, giving them more somebody to have more boyfriends and girlfriends. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're so gross. Ew, ew. They're trying to get my brother to rape me. They're disgusting. You can do them an orgasm, we can orgasm. They don't see rape. 44. As long as he gets semen out of that penis, he doesn't see rape. Yeah, embarrassing. Well, boy, Joseph David, one is one. You know, there's churches that say that one is one. Oh no, they're so aggressive. So they're like, I didn't agree to that divorce from you. So they want to rate one because one didn't. They supposedly didn't agree to that divorce from one. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. So they try to mimic that their churches that say that people become one. And they're like, well, that's why I need to rape her. That's why I need to pretend that I live with her. They're disgusting. So gross. Yeah, the murders and thieves and rapists, they're always mocking churches. They don't understand social cues. They're so disgusting. Con el capitation y de ladies also songs. You can decapitate them in what's going on. You can decapitate you were not in civil. You can decapitate Marini Lorenzo civil. They're trying to gauge the quality of the sex that I give before they would let me get free to have sex with whoever I want to have sex with. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. What they want to do is they're literally in my sex life, rape me or watch me have sex. That's an invasion of my privacy. That's protected by law. They're so disgusting. Ew, the murders, pedophiles, deep. Ew, so gross. You can operate any of them accessible. People laugh at them. They don't want to pretend that they're so fancy and like they know how to touch reality for decades already. Yeah, they don't seek rehabilitation. It's gross. All this pain. Or do I need to restore the more? Well, even the confident way how many size or rate with for my money. Ew, they still live for. Right, honey? Ew, eso no se hace. It's like, unless that's been explained to them for decades, unless it's like, we're heading to this restaurant, honey. No, like, you're not interested in her, right, honey? Like, you're not interested in her. Ew, they're disgusting. They are disgusting. I mean, every time I love every episode that they watch, they want to recreate real life. They're so gross. Ew, 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 they're disgusting. They're rapists, murderers, and thieves. So gross. You can decapitate bodies. You can decapitate bodies. And las consumimos solo en my life. So I'm gonna leave it until it's 2 4 section. That's still the video. So this is you can decapitate continue that just as hard as my parents are trying to raise me for decades sometimes. She stays in my home and trying to get my attention. She steals my vehicle trying to control my identity. El cuerpo, cualquiera que le mame el pene, él lo deja que maneje mi vehículo. Si mi permiso, Le dice a ella que está manejando mi vaina cuando maneja mi vehículo que me roban. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Yeah. And I won't ever speak from the profile of like, tú sabes lo que hace que está you get the copy to all of these people that steal from me, get in the way of me receive money and steal my vehicles. Ew. That's orange. To take out the trash from my apartment later. They're so stupid. They think that after I say that I'm taking out the trash in my apartment, I will take myself out of dating, and then they want to mock me for being like, como si todas las novias que ella tuviera van a tener servicio. Is that what it's called? They're disgusting. They infiltrate Reddit, trying new things for friends, and then they try to commission people from dating. By making them feel insecure if they want them. They're just terrorists. They're serious. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. One even needs to put the best on the birth certificate of one and of Jada and Kimani. Look at them trying to pretend that they're Jada's and Kimani's mothers. They're disgusting. They're trying to rape Jada and Kimani. So they pretend wanting to be Jada's and Kimani. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Hell, hell, love home. Not so pretty. 'Cause, 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 which I purposely missed them, trying to tell me what they want to hear from me. Have you heard that they're like, no, se dice que está buscando una notiforme. Se dice que mañana le van a mamar el bicho a alguien que no te gusta. Dale, practica diciendo, mañana voy a mamar el bicho a alguien que no me gusta. And they're like, definitely. Mañana voy a mamar el bicho a alguien. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're like this murder and things sort of. Yeah. Yes, I deleted so many pictures. And you can decapitate my homemade soda so sons. That rape me to steal my money and get in the way me receive money so I get raped. So I die. I'm not access to myself. I'm not access to taking money. What else? What else? I'm looking up this embroidery. This would make a nice purse. What else? Stitch. Let's see what it is. They're all that are committed a crime. They're that delusional. They're that delusional. They're like, we've all committed crimes. They confer amongst themselves and they're like, well, we've all committed at least one crime if only we can catch her doing something wrong. That's why he steals my money and makes sure that I starve. Or si me robo un carro, porque that would be sexy. Or jerk off. With that pattern of abuse towards me after I kids when I'm so disgusting. So disgusting. You can decapitate me again in most countries and this feels for me trying to get off sexually when I speak to you. What else? What else? And yes, this support guy is always rescuing me. And his sexual fantasies. Yeah, conectances. In the meantime, I missed data and I missed it on short. 8 can explain thing in morning much further than I found the local job. Doing that, third down is getting the death penalty. If third down gets the death penalty, people from the right not all the time. more. Okay, Thursday. Instead of shopping now. Now with a little Trump feels like me a little bit. That's a better time than talking to the people in the refrigerator. Anyways, sleep is healthy to me. No, this was so slow. Kappa, well, 50% off your purchase or more. There's some exclusion. It's really good. That's really good. And there's some 60% off limited time deals. It's like when you pocket too, one's pocket and you buy them. So, I mean, I mean, I was gonna buy them anyway. So I better walk to the 50% off my purchase a few minutes ago. What else? It just completes the outfit. There's psychology that says that. And one wonders if they do it on purpose. Then one ends up feeling like even the shoes one bought them at Gap if one didn't pick a shoe at Gap. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't think I had. I'm like, you didn't buy these at Gap. What am I doing? That's a good one. I'm bored. Well, my money from the venture where he and I painted together, at least three or four of them stole the profits from me. They kept all the money and all the paintings. They're so disgusting. They're so exotically and I want to run out of money. Eso me embala no puedo bancar a forget for them to be the rapist, murderer, thief, someone on body, doesn't matter. And then they get mad at the people que no quieren que pase el trabajo together. I'm shooting Jennifer Bonita. I mean, shooting Jennifer Bonita in self-defense someday. I'm shooting Jennifer Marie Vasquez in self-defense someday. What else? What else? What else? I'm shooting Carolina Chavez in self-defense someday. Shooting Gustavo Cáceres in self-defense someday. I'm shooting I like to get killed him. So, what is this one? That's cute. Volunteers. Depende rápido e andar em Santos Soares, que se deu em casa. Sin permiso, hice tomé mi primer café con él haciéndose pasar por mí. Long Northco, Long Northco, having that info. Young people don't do the disgusting. Also, incompetent. And I guess why is the wood driving generators also sorry to my home for her to see my vehicle when she was 18. What else? 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 I had at least 4 BMWs by 1999 that I've yet to try because these leeches go on to anyone that sucks their dick. They give my vehicle to them. They're disgusting. Pink it is with the barrel G. I like this. Gosh, too. Jeans are this. More. So they spilled milk yesterday. They're still worrying about it. If they spilled milk yesterday, they're still crying about it. Oh, they're so disgusting. I'm saying anything wrong. They're so disgusting. So if they spilled milk yesterday, they're still crying. Oh, son gente tan puerca. Una basura, una asquerosidad, no sé, no sé. Because there's not one picture in Kehlani alone all of this. And then they tell one, they're like, ja, 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 ¿te creías que no había fotos de tu nene y de tu nena solo? Ya no los violaron, por lo menos nuestros sueños. They're very direct, very gross. Ew, 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 ew. Porque they hate this type of picture. They're like, so si mi madre está allí with her kids, no me puedo violar el nene, o no me puedo violar la nena. Behind the scenes, doing nasty. Behind the scenes, doing nasty. There's rain. It's definitely me trying to tell me those conversations between the funniest thing when I take on and the other trying to go through the family. So, oh, yeah. You're so disgusting. So, why am I feeling here? Did I at the top? No, okay. Present privileges. And the law is also like casting American talent sequence where he rapes people and says, "There's this painter that goes straight to my heart. Do you want to collaborate?" Heart. No, he rapes people. He has no only I have yeah, I'm not against collaborating with him. I'm never speaking to him at all. So he's just raping people. I'm disgusting. No, same with me. Sniping Mountain Sister name, Sniping Pumpkin. That's why I never take the wrong name. To me, that's always busy. Sniffing pumpkins and sniffing mattresses as well. Yeah. He wants to cause me amnesia, trying to rape me anywhere. He's trying to cause me Alzheimer's, to rape me everywhere. JQ Factory. It is. those white ones. Their camera. I don't want to know anything to them. I didn't want to know. Let's see further. Let's get let's say what is the liner? I miss shopping for Dana Economy. These people are such sex addicts que les molesta que uno compre o que uno esté shopping. She always wants to be shopping. El tipo, una basura, una asquerosidad. ¿En cuántos cruceros he ido? Con dinero que me roba in the past 30 years. Él es un puerco, he's a bigot. He's disgusting, a misogynist. Una basura. Es una basura. I don't ever want that near me. It's disgusting. What else? 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 Psychos. Why he is disgusting. Lord. One time. So disgusting. What else? What else? What else? How the line? It's like you can run to the meantime. These leeches are so disgusting. They possibly gave my personal money to one of my siblings. Y le dijo, dale, como tú eres la que me mamas el tiene. Aquí tienes el dinero, dale, llévate a Jaylee y la de comprar y me di cuenta cómo te fue. When do they shoot themselves? They already did this thing of how they were doing. Was this one? How many are there? For how many are there? Porque they, oh, are these not even it? Like, does he have children with other women that look the same too? Or in between, and people are like, that one is what? Which is they were like in a row. One of them said because it didn't work out with Arlene on where like how my brother shoot me, my other brother shoot him, and they don't point at him, so like pointed at me. How old was I? He was giving a compliment to someone around me, and I was rolling my eyes. I knew people living in me. I said, oh my God, you just come. Naturally, to when I was bringing up to someone that I believe in and calling it like the rest all. So I felt like I was almost dying. I'm like the only in all of these people that they have to like, point it out so much. That behaves well, like I'm a fucking chimp like this. Knows how to behave. So I rolled my eyes and I started comparing me to other people like they always do. They're disgusting. Yeah, they're so excited, so gross. Not every situation that I am. I mean, all people have with them. They're like, Nene, I know hair can have sex with you. And then they go on about their day to shop. to be with their kids, to be by themselves, even sometimes for a few days. Ew, ew, ew. They're so disgusting. They're so disgusting. Boy, are they? They're the siblings. At home, maybe. You can decapitate how many sort of sons of rape when there's so many annoying. I was thinking about it. Nobody was. I realized there's so many. When I'm finished, we were trying to travel from people. I the only got ever from. These are cute. But I still agree with you. Yellow station. Oh, entonces tú lo viste. Yeah, right. It's disgusting. But it tries to make people look less than. And when she dicen that le queda una cosa asquerosa, it irks me. That he goes on saying, yo estoy aquí con mi primita, que es media normal. And when I'm with her, I'm like, I'm just here with my dad's relative. Yeah, no hurry, no her speak, no her. Yeah, la presenta ella, trying to belittle her. Like, I'm just here con mi primita, que como que la boca. Ew, 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 ew. So because I think I was at a grandparents roll around, he's like, oh, she's obsessed with stitching. Because I didn't know what fashion was. They used so many medical uniforms as a house and a grandparents that brothers even wear clothes. If people sometimes if people say that, he's trying to make himself look better to people by belittling others. Because it's a sex addict, rapist, murderer. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Not near me. What else? Lorenzo Suarez that steals from me, stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles. What else? 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 Oh, and then she introduces them as her husband. Ew. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. No show. That's so funny. First, what the? Oh, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? The complicated annoyance of the sons that rape me and still like money and you know using trying to kill me. Trying to steal my generation and what that access to. my parents don't give me money so that he doesn't pickpocket me. So I don't even talk to him. He's still the president and most of the phone. I've never had a relationship with him. Never wanted to be with him. And my parents are both supreme affection with. They live for past like 84. So they steal his money so one doesn't have electricity. And they're like, oh no. Sería publicando Pinterest y ahí tenía dice no digas siguió publicando en Pinterest y va a seguir trabajando para ellos pensamiento así cada día ese pensamiento va a seguir en una página de Madrid ese pensamiento va a seguir haciendo esa cosa va a avoid the use this as a reference so it is sites or reference. So they're like, mira, que no te puedo. Mira, así, mira, aquí le está besando la cara. Aquí estaba comiendo su taco de teléfono a las 12 de la noche. And they want to remain there unless you can live it. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. I'm going. You can get out there on one and so it's no receiving. You can make up there and you will this is the surgery. You can make up the middle this is the surgery. You can make up this surgery. You can take out the Mayan Elizabeth as well. So that lost my virginity for me with Behami's father's and sons that I love in my home that she doesn't have permission to be in. You can decapitate Yandy Lorenzo Chaparro lost my virginity for me with Behami's father's and sons that I love in my homes that he doesn't have permission to be in. It's April 27, 2025. You can decapitate Behami's father's and sons that rape me, that steal my money and get a lawyer. Unless this is progress because I'm in terms of seeking the love family for the people that abuse me. Last year, I can remember their names, but I know them. Even though I get to know them either. So, white with gold hardware. Is there such thing as a mini Mac with those colors? And what does go? What is that? You can decapitate Edgar Munoz Carrera that steals from me, so I get raped. You can decapitate Michael Norman that raped me in 2016. You can decapitate Jorge Aviles that raped me in 2016. You can decapitate the homies or the sons of sons that rape me, steal my money, and get in the way of mercy and money. You can decapitate David Ledesma that raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You can decapitate Juan Andres that raped me in 2017. You can decapitate Richie Hill that raped me in 2020. And you for a medicine ish newspaper where it shows the pictures of all the bitches that raped me or didn't say raping me. Trafficking me as sex slaves, stealing my money. Jada thinking money is money for him to get off with me talking to him. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. And I love Jada. I never said like I never saw him do this husband material. I saw him for semen that was a clean love exchange. What up, ladies? Help me. What's that? What else? What else? Good. God. Anyways. You can gravitate teenage and the restaurants of science trying to read me. You can gravitate cameras of regulars also trying to get a female to read me. They follow their mother's lead when they're not with them. So you can gravitate cameras that are raised trying to read me. I think that means they could legally, they're like, wow, this is like how someone behaves good. They're disgusting. I thought they were like curito novios. Para ella y ella violarlo. They're disgusting. Yeah, yeah, I'm going to apartment. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What's going on? They're trying to get me to lose the USA bank account because Google doesn't have one. And they tried to kill Benjamin Suarez Lorenzo because Iran Ramirez, or they wanted to marry Iran Ramirez to someone in the military. So Iran Ramirez would have a USA bank account. They recreated my marriage with Jimmy Jandalides and two kids. Oh, they're disgusting. Do they call Taishna and Jordan, Jaden and Kehlani? You can decapitate Jimmy Jandalides as well as you can decapitate Ramirez. You can decapitate Jordan, Ramirez Lorenzo, you can decapitate Taishna and Ramirez Lorenzo. You can decapitate Ramirez Suarez and his sons. Narrate me the same money and get away or something. They're disgusting. And I made my shit. Compare performers and title of education. Today, as I came with me privately working my sibling groups, I think my siblings are super and author. Yes, he sent that on si and I used to know your way I can be around. They still may meaning of getting away and using the voice for video that is from my home. Pretending to me doing the disgusting. I'm under the impression that this is my personal home where I plan to be going on with them that I haven't yet created. Legally so slow. Kaya minsan with people in my related to me in my home and they pay me just to pretend to me in the essence. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. You can decapitate Tanya Craig. You can decapitate Yummy Lorenzo. You can decapitate Tony Chapman. You can decapitate Susan. You can decapitate Joey Harder. You can decapitate Mary Kaplan. You can decapitate Benjamin Sorry Sisters are raping us. They steal my homes, they steal my vehicles so I can date. They were raping for more than 30 years. They're worse than monkeys. You can decapitate all these people that stay in my homes without my permission, steal my vehicles, and get no emergency money. They're disgusting. God, factory. What is it they possibly accumulated herpes that they thought they would attack me? Ew, 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 they're disgusting. I was still listening. Foreign financial statement transition economy to probably by arresting. I'm excited. So excited. They think that because my electricity bill is positive and then I'm just gonna go hot and die. They're disgusting. Why would I hide if I live a whole piece? That's the over my yard. They're disgusting. They want to keep dating and only separated from me so that I suffer. That's how I get raped, to be in his dreams. That's why he gets in the way of me receiving money and steals my money so that I suffer for not doing money with me as if it's suffering for his sake, but it isn't the same. Yeah, I must wait to beg him for me to go back with him. They're disgusting. They take people prisoner. He kidnapped me. He didn't give me my money that my parents gave him for me because I was fat and he didn't want me to get raped. So he had with me more sex than I was planning on having with him. What else? What else? What else? Lord. You can decapitate him in the car. That's just from me doing it. So, during prior and after good. And I'll always be there for Janet County. What else? 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 So much longer, I'd rather be shopping with Derek and money and dining. As putting ourselves in a much better activity. Now to talk to Jane Kanani of all these leeches trying to rape me, Jane Kanani. That's not how one teaches kids to be safe out there. They're disgusting. They even use that excuse. They're like, no, we're just teaching the kids how to be safe out there. Because then you must be a lousy parent. They're disgusting. Ew, 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 ew. White handbag. That's cute for like of course. Why is this what I was Cold hardware. What is the rest of the dog? No, this one. You can decapitate him in some funds and rape me to steal my money and get money. They steal my homes, they steal my vehicles, are worse than him. These are so worse. Yeah. Have under the impression that they steal my personal homes. They can just know they stole my money to rape them. And then they also terrorize my parents so that my parents don't provide them with I can't date right now because we all are about me and having sex. And Sunday bringing me being too slow. They're disgusting. He literally punched me to the ground, it feels like, and is trying to get me to make an effort to date him with legal prostitution. Or mendigarle por sexo. O tipo tampoco, no quiero decir nada. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. I don't even want that near me. What's this? What? They're disgusting. And decapitated movies from frequently in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You can decapitate Neil Baker, took a hostage at Facebook and Messenger. If you didn't even remember them, yeah, I don't ever bring them up. I don't ever want them in my life. Pero briefly, I'm like, this sounds familiar. Porque me que están todas esas leeches behind the scenes. ready to try to mock me. Que le gusta lo hombre. Leo se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso con él. Dios mío, es arrastran porque me imagino. También es un what is the perfect child? Where am I going for? Oh, this is cute. This is what I'm looking for. Looking for what? Not even. I see the door. The capital is also sounds of weakness and money that more personally psychiatric. Even the capital is not so trying to read me. When I was 14, the capital of Soto that tried to rape me when I was 15. You can decapitate me from being sons that make me this to my money and get in the way of your same money. It's April 27, 2025. They're disgusting. They're so gross. Yeah. I'm bored. I'm bored. I want to shop today. What else? Yeah, what they get is infatuated, so they are psycho. People say, and if the sex is good, then they treat people with respect. I know there's like schizophrenia. What is it? That people call that narcissistic. So gross. Ew. I'm never gonna fall into that term. And that's not even available. What else? What is there here? Cute. A little too scared. God. What's this? You don't know how to tell it and saying that they're disgusting. And like there's a little bit of harassment with a little bit of poverty, with a little bit of more harassment, with a little bit of more poverty, with a little bit of starvation. Maybe the mama state does not they put you in a stage of one being a baby in the fence. Guess they have your life. They're extremely dangerous. They're extremely dangerous. They're trying to put me into a baby state where people can rape me. They're disgusting. They're disgusting souls. Yeah. That's when he met me. Two of them. Yeah. So gross. Decisions that led to him never having a relationship like with me. It's unbelievable. Still decades later, it's trying to break me for sex. It's disgusting. Mm. It's disgusting. 2025 is still begging for compassion. I've heard him say that I'm the first when I what? Said he said I'm finished. Yes, but one of them said decades ago. Le diste compound. Congratulations to Jimmy and Dali, students of students, and the Henry students of sons and great media ceremony, where in the way of ceremony. Very rich, very rich deck. So you can decapitate Jimmy Dali, the students of students that is trying to rape me, Jaden Kimani. She stays in my homes without my permission, so that I can't be with my man. She steals my vehicles so I can't be with my man. She steals my money so I can't be with my man. She gets in the way of me receiving money so I can't be with my man. You can decapitate Jimmy Jandali Sorenso Suarez. You can decapitate Jaime Suarez Sorenso Sons. Never rape me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't even have money for food right now. And I should provide for myself. Really, oh, searching for him. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So if one is allowed in court, let's just say the judge says, let her have her phone back. You know how she have the videos when she's getting her blood sugar necessarily because she should be healthy. But she's been put through starvation so many times. That's why he was trying to kill me in 2016. So, for all those unnecessary times that I had my blood drawn, I look at my phone sometimes and distract myself with a search on Google or scrolling to Facebook or Instagram or reading an article. It's just a few seconds. So if one does this in court, like let her to the phone, you know, I'm like, oh, this applies to me. I saw an article, I'm no longer speech impaired, he's been raping, they're trying to rape me. What has been screaming across the podium. Have they been already questioned for hurting other people besides myself? Mhm. Claire's that's a really cute. Yeah, tienes como Kailani. La invitó a un virtual family party y le dijo a Kailani que te van a poner. Pues yo me lo voy a poner. Dale, Kailani, let's take a screenshot of you and I FaceTiming. And then ella va y le enseñó a ella, me veo más linda que Kailani. Hindi ko kailangan mas talaga kailangan ko na. Aquí dice somos turnos. Ahora sí me sandalias y la familia sí me sandalias. Por hacerse pasar por Pimani. They get miserable. They're disgusting. I love you. Find a picture where you and the world looks the same. Yeah, they're disgusting. ¿Qué se lo aplican? That's on birthday. Yeah. What does this channel look like? You can decapitate James and ladies on sus suaves. The steals from me, so I start trying to get access to my children. They're disgusting. Yeah, they're like used snails. Snails, with their fake products launch. What? James and ladies on sus suaves first of the trash can. They think I'm a humanitarian fool that would never speak my feelings because the people that steal from me try to kill me. Disgusting. Now the data we don't want to be falling in trouble with they just need them to be able to I'm what is it? What else? I'm so warm. So teenagers that is the stupid things possibly. Like invade my children's privacy, trying to get off sexually with me, talking to her and saying, don't do that. They're disgusting. They steal my money trying to get people to rape me. Ew, 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 ew. That's not date worthy. That's not even plus one worthy. What else? What else? H&M. I want to visit la fiesta patronales in September, October-ish in Aguada, Puerto Rico. By myself or with Jaden and mommy. You can decapitate Evelyn Lorenzo Acevedo gets in the way of your saving money, so I don't visit. They want to be the celebrities there. The option for people to have sex with. They're disgusting. They kill for sex. It's so gross. Which means that they're just animals on top of each other, that they're not men and women. You can decapitate Marilyn Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Gilbert Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Maria Angelis Aviles Lorenzo. You can decapitate già di allora in soggiorno. You can decapitate Maria Teresa Velez. You can decapitate già di allora in soggiorno. You can decapitate Maria Lisa Rosa. You can decapitate Benjamin Saracen sons and rape me this money again, Louis Newman. You can decapitate Richie Hill. You can decapitate Jorge Velez. You can decapitate David Ledesma. They're disgusting. You can decapitate Homeowner Lilies. You can decapitate Sarah Francis. You can decapitate Berenice Venegas. That stays in my home without my permission, possibly steals my vehicles, gets in the way when you're saying money and steals my money. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate Kingdom Barnes. You can decapitate these other sons assistants that rape me the same money and lawyers. They've been raping for more than 30 years now. They're disgusting. He stole my money today in my bedroom in my parents' home. Decades ago, I terrorized my parents to start me so that I wouldn't be sexually aroused the next day. Girls said nothing says sex like starvation. There's sex. Esa es la mamá de la gente que no quiere engordar el corazón. Son mamá de la gente. Y se creen que se llenan de semen. That's what they do. They're disgusting. They kill. Después quieren matar a la gente. Feliz de la vida así con la café. Nada con droga. De que What else? 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 Boy. No, it's carrying to restaurants. It's overwhelmed possibly with the amount of people that can have jumping on its penis every day. And there's only a limited amount of orgasms that it can give in a day. So it's trying to kill me using me as a PSA that there's some people possibly that they wish would back off. from their penises. They don't do that for themselves. Well, not their babysitter. Congratulations to Jimmy Gentile Lorenzo Suarez. That is trying to rape me, Jaden Kailani, and Benjamin Suarez Sons. That raped me to steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money under arranged marriage decades ago. What else? Jimmy Gentile se cree que yo lloro por él. I need money so I can date. I'm not interested en un menorito asqueroso que se la mamá a ella nada más por compararme a mí con ella. Fodan un asco, son una basura, una asquerosidad. This age tied her up to my cama de balaustrés. Que yo tengo en mi casa con instead of me. Fodan de buen perro ahora. Ella se tomó un micro de café conmigo en mi casa, bebé. Companionship or sex. El tipo de you can competently do the so small as the stakes of my homes without my donations I can be man. You can competently do the so small as the stakes of my people so I can get to my man. You can decapitate division the resource so small as the steals my money so I can't live so I can't get to my man. You can decapitate division the resource so small as the gets in the way of your saving money so I can't be with my man. La tipa es una puerca asquerosa, una menorita puta. Fo, 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 fo. Es una puerca asquerosa. What else? Is he apologizing to people and canceling all the invites? His leave apology to he was a party woman. Literally gets jealous of why it's taking division the days of the day everywhere. What else? Y ella se está tratando de tocarme la vagina a través del screen, que es una sexta asquerosa. Y he's trying to break me to for dating me with them. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They don't understand orgies. They don't understand polyamory. They're disgusting. So gross. Ya me mira por pene de imagina una puerca asquerosa. Y yo, la gente de reír para tener relaciones sexuales. Eso es un animal, eso no es una persona tener relaciones sexuales. What else? Is this what I want? What's up on the pants? Devastating. I knew that I was going to pin with it. The bells, yeah. Oh, he's labeling me as sex addict because when I pin on pictures, I don't include the people wanting to rape me. Still, I think if I do an activity alone, he says she must be a sex addict that wants to do that alone. He is jealous of my me time with my vagina. He's disgusting. Una basura, una asquerosidad, un animalito asqueroso. Full, 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 full. You can decapitate behind these horizons as soon as that rape me, that's the money and get lower when you're saving money. I think the names are after I reach basura, accuracy. What else would I find? Ideally, to with another person. Yeah. What else? What else? What else? Or Spojongos. So, what else? Yes. What else? The Commonwealth Cafe purchase. Yes. I want to. Estimation that it is done, taking my kids hostage and probing them. Or when is my vagina gonna be available for her to rape? Is she thinking that she can get to my child? Ella se cree, ella le habla y ella se cree que like every five conversations that didn't came only have with me they're gonna bring her out. They're disgusting. Joanna Vargas is constantly taking hostage in Gilani. So has Maritza Vargas. So has Yesenia Ramirez Lorenzo. And they possibly think that Jane Cleon is going to bring them up to me and lobby for my children to ask me to let myself get raped by those leeches. They're disgusting. Yeah. You can look at my fathers and sisters that rape me, that's still being good on the way in your city, but they still don't understand what a birth certificate is. They want to go away with that so that they can rape people. They're disgusting. They're disturbing as fuck. They don't understand polyamory. Ew, ew, ew. So gross. They don't even like the penis and the vagina that they came from. And they're confused. Did they marry Catholic? They're confused with the people that marry Catholic and participate in orgies. They're like, oh, should I be like that? People want to keep stuff together if you marry Catholic. There's no one rights. One can marry. to the church and being loyal to someone and then also have relationships outside of that loyalty. Being loyal to someone means that one doesn't go on to be like, I had sex with so and so today, so I'm going to persist on having sex with you today, even though I live with you. Well, because people understand. So you send out today. Yeah. So you send out to have opportunity or right to someone else. Like ideally, you just like every day that you're scary, you're sick, they have been on a date, certainly not tired. Like, it's one of the that were unforeseen for me to do today, so I'm extremely tired. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate your own virus. You can decapitate civilians. But instead, you can decapitate your own. They're possibly they're disgusting. They're so gross. They were doing with the government because they're like, oh, who's being around where people have sex. What else? 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 There's people like that or someone trying to do it. Do it. You go. Fuck, I'm seeing the family. Gary is a relative. So he's gonna go away with his birth certificate if it is up to me. This is so small.